Hey friends, here I'm Jason, the Intuitive Restorer, and I'm playing your cards for today, the 22nd of March, okay? I already started flipping cards, and then the cats knocked down pots and pans, so it was a whole fiasco. So here I am with the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Three of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Cups upright. So what that there is saying, ultimately, I feel as if we're reflecting today. This is us reflecting. This is us ultimately really, seeing, the things that occur to where we are today. With the Knight of Wands and the Three of Wands in reverse, I feel as if when it comes down to it, we felt as if there wasn't any kind of action happening. We felt as if we were stagnant. We felt as if ultimately we were just waiting for something amazing to happen, but we just didn't feel as if it can happen, or we just didn't see it happening based upon the patience that we have the situations that we have had to go through. All right. However, I feel as if today we're seeing that, just looking back at where we were to where we are today, we're seeing that ultimately that needed to happen because a wish is coming true. Everything that has happened has led you up to this moment. And this moment is opportunity. This moment is manifestations. This moment is love and good fortune, my friends. When it comes down to it, the Nine of Cups is the wish card. A wish is coming true. From having experienced what we've experienced, we've got to a point of our lives where ultimately things are starting to happen. Things are starting to happen in such a way where we are bringing in the things that we always hoped for and wished for. Maybe in some cases, not the way we thought that they would. However, ultimately, when it comes down to it, if you look at yourself now, based upon, what you were wishing and hoping would happen years ago, my friends, we've grown. And what happens when you grow? Priorities change. You change. The things that you ultimately were wishing for, you outgrow, because as you grow, you outgrow the things that you leave behind, the things that no longer apply. And I feel as if with everything that we've been through, we've ultimately got ourselves to a point of our lives where we're starting to accept these wishes coming true. We feel as we know we're worthy. All right, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Wands in reverse, and the Three of Swords, we healed in the heartache that we've been through. I'm telling you, through the dark times, I feel with all the times we've been hurt, with all the times we had to heal over and over and over again, all the times we needed to do shadow work, my friends, I feel as if we found a strength deep within inside us, knowing exactly where we're going. The Three of Swords is pain, loss, sorrow, this, that, massive overthinking, but it's also the mending of a broken heart. No, when it comes down to it, it's the kind of situation after the Three of Swords, there's the Four of Swords, and that is having rest after healing. And then the Five of Swords is rising above the conflict, changing a perspective to where you're leaving behind the things that once upon a time were messing with your head. The overthinking it's just coming into a new perspective. The Six of Swords is calm. The Seven of Swords is walking away from the people that are backstabbing you. The Eight of Swords is setting yourself free based upon the bondage. The Nine of Swords is cleansing. And the Ten of Swords is coming to the ending of a cycle where you are no longer succumbing to the painful energy. This is all healing. This is all steps forward based upon the things we have been through. That's what I'm seeing. With the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Ten of Wands in reverse. The Ten of Wands is ultimately having built a garden, getting to the end, finally, seed, like your back is hurting you. You made it to the end. I feel as if when it comes down to it, we've just ultimately, like I said, we felt as if we were going through so much turmoil. And I feel as if when it comes down to it, we felt that that turmoil will never end. We were like, fuck, man, how many things have to happen to someone who's a good person? You know, but I feel as if when it comes down to it, with the growth that we did not know was happening, we ultimately were bringing on this energy that would heal our broken hearts. My friends, with all of the pain and all of the loss and all of the sorrow, my friends, a wish has come true, because we're finally fully aware of the prosperity that we hold deep within inside us. It's all a change of perspective. The King of Wands has ultimately worked his entire life. He's retired, and he has ultimately commanded in nothing but gold and riches and worth and self-worth. My friends, when it comes down to it, we're walking out a stronger person. All right, with the Wheel of Fortune is good fortune. This is us on the road that we're meant to follow. Good fortune. This is our destiny. All right. And I feel as if we're choosing love. There is something that has happened, my friends. I feel as if this could have to do with maybe you dating so many people that were emotionally abusive, dating people that just did not put in the same energy as you did, dating people that ultimately they were all about themselves and not about you. You know, it's a two-way street. I feel as if when it comes down to it, there is something coming into our lives, which is going to be that fulfillment, that epic, beautiful, romantic connection that will have you choose love, the right kind of love, every single time. All right. If you're looking for love, love is on the table. If you are, looking deep within inside you and realizing that your self-love is what ultimately you need to concentrate on right now. I mean, you always need to concentrate on self-love, but if you really need to dedicate your time to yourself, this is your opportunity to. No one understand that love is such a broad spectrum, choosing whatever kind of love that will make you fly. That's what's in the Lovers, the choices we make in regards to love. Also, it's a deep, epic, romantic connection that will ultimately be the be-all to end-all, I feel. If you've been searching for someone, that person is right around the corner if they have not entered your life already, okay? With the Five of Wands, with the Two of Cups, and the High Priestess. This here, my friends, is a lot. This here, my friends, is a lot of shadow work. There is a massive spiritual awakening happening today. This healing kind of energy. The High Priestess is run by the moon, right? And the moon is all about healing, nurturing energy. Ultimately lifting the veil and seeing the truth of what's underneath, the truth that lies underneath all the shadows that you're ultimately healing from. Right? It's also psychic awakenings, spiritual awakenings, psychic abilities. Listen to your intuition. Know that with this healing journey, you have healed some deep wounds from the past. And know that when it comes down to it, with the Five of Wands in reverse, that there is saying, my friends, that you're not in as much you're not stressing yourself out and really, I mean, yeah, you stress yourself out, we're human, but it's the kind of situation you're not stressing yourself out in things that understand that you don't need to stress yourself out with. You're not getting competitive with yourself in regards to things that ultimately, when it comes down to it, matter, but you will receive eventually. You know what I mean? We're no longer concentrating on things that we've been concentrating on for so long that was making us depressed, that was making us conflicted, my friends. It's the kind of situation I feel as if we finally put things into priority, into perspective. All right, the Two of Cups is the card of a beautiful, mutual, epic, romantic connection. So I feel as if you are no longer being so hard on yourself. You're no longer, doing this when you should be doing that. You're choosing love, and this is the kind of love that is a mutual, compatible kind of love, and know that this is a wish come true. Everything we've been through, all the times we've been hurt, all the patience we've had to have, all the times where we felt as if we were going nowhere. We finally understand that there's been movement this entire time. We had to go through our past to truly treasure exactly what we're going to be receiving. And what we're receiving is good fortune and love. All right, we're seeing that ultimately we have been tying ourselves down. And we're seeing that ultimately we are no longer playing it safe. That's what we've been doing for so much time. We were playing it safe based upon the times we got hurt subconsciously. I feel as if we've been taking actions that ultimately we really didn't even so much know that we were taking. To be honest, it's the kind of situation, my friends, we're seeing the truth behind the relationships we once had. And we are seeing ultimately the relationships we have in our lives today versus the relationships we once had. And we know that we are in a much better place, my friends. The opportunities, the relationships we have in our lives, my friends, we are no longer being run by that feeling of being afraid to let go of that tight grip, because we were afraid that there were people that would come forward that will do us dirty like they have done before. You know, we played it safe, thinking that if we held people back, we wouldn't be hurt. We were hanging on to fear. We were hanging on to anxiety. I know it's in this fear and in this anxiety that ultimately changed us as people, that ultimately healed us and made us someone that's grateful for all of the beautiful things in our lives, grateful for our past. Without our past, my friends, we would not be who we are today. And who we are today are warriors. We've survived time and time again, and we've only proven to ourselves that we are indestructible. All right? We are ready to stop playing it safe because we understand when it comes down to it, anything can happen. That's just life. But when it comes down to it, that's the beauty of life. We get hurt, we heal, we bring in relationships that we will have forever, and we let go of relationships that will not. But whatever's coming forward, if you're looking for love, my friends, something is coming forward that is mutual, compatible, full of nothing but love, a wish come true, and really, just an energy that will give you wings. Our Archangel Raphael is by your side with this healing energy today. Allow yourself to accept the love around you. Let go of the past and know when it comes down to it, you have healed. And there still is a healing journey ahead. All right, this healing never ends. It's continuous. Why? Because we're not the fucking Dalai Lama. We're human. We're human. We're going to get hurt. But the difference is we're not going to play victim. We're going to get back up, get yourself up and try again. You know what I mean? We'll never give up on ourselves. We know who we are. We love ourselves. And we have our own backs. And because we have our own backs and because we know exactly what we need to do to bring in the right kind of love, that's exactly what we're doing. And if you're beginning to date someone, if you are with somebody, no wish is coming true, where ultimately you're not the only one that's going to have to choose you. They will choose you as well. All right, the Page of Wands. It's a new beginning in regards to activity. Know when it comes down to it, the universe is celebrating you, and you are ultimately learning to really stand on your own 2 feet, knowing the direction where you are going. It's beautiful energy, my friends. Beautiful energy. Beautiful energy. All right, I'm looking at the bottom of this deck, my Priestess of Light deck. The card that's staring right at me is Bright Heart Light, Open Connections, and Shamanic Journey. Purpose, attunement, vision quest, adjustment, looking back, moving forward, touching earth, planting something new, abundance, wisdom, sacred gratitude, innovation, deep emotions, tenderness, twin flames. Can't make it up. Okay, that's all I'm saying. My name is Jason, the Intuitive Restorer. If you identify with the things I've said, please subscribe, like, comment, share, like. The more you like it, the more this message will get out there for those that genuinely need this. All right. Know that I do personalized readings as well, so you can reach out to me, comment. I do half-hour readings. I do hour readings. go ahead and place it in the comments. Message me at intuitiverestore@gmail.com. We can now talk about, setting up a private reading for you. I run two Facebook groups. Intuitive Restore, where I go live weekly and I pull cards for people that are watching after the collective reading. And I also help run a group called Soulful Sharing. All right. It's a public platform. So if that's of interest of you, I can't speak this morning. Intuitive Restore and Soulful Sharing. I love all y'all very much. Remember, you're healing. Be gentle with yourselves and know that there are beautiful things happening right in front of your eyes. Love you all. Bye.